Today we are putting the I in FRI and how firefighting on an international stage can bring about its own set of problems. Division Chief of Training for the Essen Fire Department in Germany, Susanne Klatt, is here with us in studio to discuss how proper education among cultures can save lives. A pleasure to have you with us today.
I'm glad to be here, thanks.
Absolutely. All right, now you're here at FRI highlighting fireground safety through a new lens. What is that new lens?
I hope it's a new lens, and my lens would be to put more the psychological part into fire safety education and how it would impact our approach to firefighting.
When you say a psychological approach, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's a lot of psychological stuff behind the culture we are living in, and culture is also part of our identity, so it's really hard to change something like that. And when I attended a couple of conferences and trainings here in the United States, I had the feeling that we pretty much have the same goals. So we all want to have a safe environment, to work safely on the fire ground. We don't want to have any injuries, we don't want to have any line of duty deaths. But there's something underlying, there's something behind it, and the psychological aspects like the culture we were raised in is different. Like in Germany it's more, I would say, risk averse. We still do everything to save everyone we can, but we have a different cultural approach to that. And here in the United States I have the feeling that taking risk is more valued, and I just try to put some understanding behind it. So you can decide if you want to change something or not, but if you know why it is, how it is, it makes you probably more confident to make different decisions and take a different approach.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Are there any specific steps or protocols that we take here in the United States that Germany does not, or vice versa?
Well, actually, if you compare the training standards, protocols, safety protocols, it sounds the same.
Okay.
So I thought, why are the number of line of duty deaths higher here, even compared to the different size of departments, the number of firefighters and citizens in the different countries? So even if you compare all these numbers and put them on the same level, the number of line of duty deaths are higher. There are some different statistical things behind it, because in Germany a line of duty death is really just counted if it's in the line of duty, not like 24 hours later.
Okay.
Or if there are any underlying medical issues behind it, it wouldn't probably count as a line of duty death. But still there are different approaches, and I felt that it's a different type of honor and value here. If you can just give everything you have, and that's including your life probably, it's more accepted, even if it's very obvious that their lives aren't properly savable anymore.
So do you attribute those cultural differences to the higher line of duty deaths versus training standards? And
Yes,
you do?
I would do, yeah.
So how do we change that?
Yeah,
$1 million question, right?
Yeah, it's $1 million question, because culture has a huge impact on your own identity, and changing your identity is really something that's hard. And it won't make you the most popular fire officer in your department if you approach something like that. But I have the impression that things are changing. Like if you look at the topics like fire cancer, that's also a huge issue in Germany. And a couple of years ago, we would have still these battle-worn protective equipment, everything and it's like dirty, and you have your scorch marks on your helmet, so it shows that you're really bad as firefighter. And now, whenever we go into a fire, we immediately have to change our gear. We have to clean the helmets. Everyone got new helmets, and that was absolutely no-go like 10 or 15 years ago. But now the awareness of cancer, fire cancer, is so much more. So this culture is changing. It's more acceptable, and I have the same feeling here in the United States. It just takes really time, and you really have to have what is it saying, like long breath, and
take a deep breath,
deep breath, yes, and just to be persistent and being aware of the things who are behind this, like the cultural aspects. And so over the years, I hope it will change.
Well, the psychology behind firefighting is fascinating, especially when you talk about crossing international borders. So we really do appreciate your time and your insights today.
Yeah, thank you very much.